Hola bafethu, it is your big homie Palo. Arabwenga business in Espana bafethu. Today we want to talk about Hola bafethu, it is your big homie Palo. Arabwenga business in Espana bafethu. Today I'm going to be giving you the top 5 tips on how to make your CV stand out. A lot of people are looking for jobs right now. This is just to help people get ahead. So tip number 1 is tailor your CV for every application. Guys, there's this thing where someone will be looking for a job at maybe 7 or 8 different places, and instead of tailoring their CV for that specific job, they'll just use one CV and send it out. Guys, don't do that. Tailor your CV for each application. So let's say you have been an office admin, you've been a PA for, I don't know, let's say 3 years, and before being an office admin you were a PA. So, and then the job that you're applying for is a PA job. You don't put your office admin job before your PA job. You need to show that, okay, I have been a PA, I've done this, I've done that, so that the job that you are applying for, or rather the company that you're applying for, can see that this person has experience in the field. You know what I mean? So always ensure that your CV is tailored for the job that you're applying for. Each and every job, make sure. So if you're applying for 10 jobs, ensure that each of those 10 jobs, you look at the specs and ensure that your CV fits those job specifications. You get what I mean? So don't just throw it out there, throw out the same CV at different companies, knowing that these companies are advertising for slightly different jobs and slightly different roles. You get what I mean? So ensure that always make sure that each and every job, each and every application has its own specific CV, guys. That's the most important part. So under your work history, ensure that your description fits the job that you are applying for. That way they can see that, oh, so this person really does have experience in this. Oh, okay, so you get what I mean? Then it's easier for them to actually take you instead of other people. Because hey guys, I don't want to lie, I've taken CVs before, and I think a lot of people aren't really clued up on how to tailor their CV for the jobs that they're applying for. So ensure that this is correct and you have your job specification matching your job description within your CV. Tip number 2, design a clear layout. Guys, the whole 7-page CV thing is old. This is old stuff, guys. Don't send out the 8-page CV for a job, knowing that most of the things aren't going to be looked at. You get what I mean? Ensure that your layout is in a way that, okay, so apart from you sending out a 10-page CV, don't also now send out a half-page CV. Ensure that you give enough information. Don't give too much info, don't give too little info. Ensure that the information that you give is just sufficient enough for them to see that you are the correct candidate for that job. Guys, this whole thing of writing down your irrelevant information and maxing out a PDF file or a Word file just to look like you have a lot of things, like, that's the thing. People will add a lot of pages just to make it seem as if they know a lot. No, employers aren't looking for people that know a lot. They're looking for people that can give value. So ensure that when you're doing your layout, ensure that everything is in order. And so here's another thing. When I used to send out CVs quite a lot, what I'd do is I'd make sure that the layout has my history, my job history, and my educational history, academic history. So I'd put my high school. Obviously they don't want to know what primary school you went to. So when your design is readable, it makes things easier for the next person to know how to gauge your skills and whatnot, because you can't include little information and hope that it'll get you an interview. Your CV will get you an interview. So the most important part is just ensuring that the layout is in a way that'll make it easy for the person to read your CV, guys. And I know a lot of guys who are in the technical field. When they are applying for jobs, they'll put like hectic stuff in their CV, you know, like things that are sort of irrelevant, and it makes their CV look longer. It can work to a disadvantage at times, and you need to ensure that the layout is in a way that'll make it seem attractive, that'll make it easily readable. So guys, no one likes to okay, so let's say if you see someone's CV that is cluttered and this is there, like 1 minute we're talking about your academic history, the next moment we're talking about your jobs, and then suddenly we're back at your academic history. You need to make sure that your layout is very, very readable, guys. That's the most important thing. Layout needs to be readable so that you actually get ahead of everyone else, because a lot of people also do that thing where their CV is not ordered in a correct manner that makes it attractive to the person who's reading it. Ensure that you do that. And guys, always at the top, right after your contact details, always ensure that you have a bit of a cover letter in a way. In a way, it's like a cover letter where you're like, okay, this is who I am, this is what I do, just to sort of show them who you are, and then that way they can sort of be interested in your CV. Right, that's how you'd lay it out, where you'd have your contact details and then you have your cover letter just to tell them who you are, and then it's easier for them to get into your CV because it's now attractive to them. They can see that, oh, this is someone that we might actually be want here at our company. You get what I mean? So yeah, ensure that your layout is on point. Tip number 3, include all relevant information. So obviously, as we've discussed before, your contact details are crucial. Ensure that everything is correct. Let someone look at it if you're not too sure. So right after your contacts, have your cover letter specifically for that job that you are applying for, right? And then right after your cover letter, ensure that you have your qualifications and achievements, your jobs, your previous your work history. It's important to have your academic information and your employment history, right? I've had situations where I've put in my work history before my academic records. I've done it either way, but personally I prefer to always have my work history before my academics, so that they can see exactly what I've done before, just to catch their eye and see how see what I've done before, and then it's easier for them to go in and understand my history, and understand my skill set. Guys, don't include unnecessary stuff, please. Like I said, this is all about including relevant information. Don't include unnecessary stuff, guys. I don't think an employer, before hiring you, I don't think an employer cares if you've done hockey at school. They don't care about your current hobbies. It doesn't matter whether you drink or not. Some people, I've seen CVs where people add that they don't drink. Don't add unnecessary information of it, right? Ensure that all the information that you add is relevant to the job that you are applying for. As we've said, tailor your application for your specific job, for the specific job that you're applying for.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And tip number 4, highlight all your relevant achievements, right? For example, if you worked on a certain project that changed things around, that ensured that the company is saving money, you need to include such things in your CV, because it sort of shows the employer that you are going to be of value. Let's say 3 people applied for a job, right? And one person has that extra information about them providing extra value to a company in a certain way, and giving their highlights, their career highlights. This one person is more likely to get the job compared to the two, because you're actually showing value. You're showing the employer that you are going to be of value to the company, and you are going to be an asset. You're trying to show the company that you are going to be an asset, and you need to be. And by the way, guys, before we continue with this whole thing of showing value and being an asset to a company, don't lie in your CVs, guys. This is very wrong, because you'll get caught out. You get what I mean? There's a very huge influx of incompetent people in the workforce, because they lied in their CVs, and now it's hard for a company to actually kick you out because of the CCMA and lawyers and all of that. You get what I mean? So always ensure that you speak the truth, right? Ensure that your career highlights are truthful, because you get caught out, guys. You get caught out. Don't lie in your CVs, right? So yeah, list your highlights and ensure that it shows that you're going to be providing value to the company. Show how you left a mark at these companies that you've worked for. This also shows that you're looking to be that person that was or is an asset to the company, and you can't just be there that, oh nah, I was working for ABC company, and yeah, so what went down at ABC company? Oh no, I was just doing one thing the entire time. Oh, okay. So what else can you tell us about what you did? So now this is after your CV, after you giving the CV and you being called in for an interview. No, this is I just worked for ABC company. I didn't do much. I just did the same thing over 5 years. Dog, nah. You need to show how you were of value. This is what's important. You need to show how you were of value, how you were an asset, and how you left a mark. You get what I mean? So yeah, ensure that you list this in your CV so that it kind of stands out compared to other people's CVs. And then tip number 5, get a professional. Okay. If you get a professional to do your CVs, you're already ahead of the pack. I don't want to lie to you. A lot of people that make CVs for people, they know exactly what to do. They know exactly what to say. They just ask you the relevant questions that they need to know in order to fix your CV in a way that'll, get you ahead of the pack. So they're not expensive, guys. You can either go on, get yourself a professional. Professionals know exactly what recruiters are looking for. They know exactly what HR is looking for in a CV. So if you go with getting a professional, that is even 10 times better. You get what I mean? So yeah, Bafetu, that is it for today. And like I've been saying before, knowledge is a powerful weapon. Arm yourself. Thanks for watching.